Gunfreak Nation, no one is coming to save you. No one is coming to your rescue. It is solely up to you to protect yourself and your family. No one is coming to save you. When the shit really hits the fan and there is no police to call, first of all, even right now, I am not going to make it the responsibility of the police to protect me or my family if some savages try to break in my home. It's just that simple. No one is coming to save you when it do hit the fan. You gotta be, ready to just put that savage down. It's just that simple. A lot of people are still caught up in the 1980s and early 90s when you had the so-called cat burglar that would, take his stinking ass shoes off and weasel up through and squeeze up in your window. You know what I'm saying? And be tiptoeing around in your, kitchen, stealing your silverware, or he might get your VCR, DVD player, or TV or something like that. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, those days are over. Long gone is the cat burglar that just want to, hit a lick right quick. Back then, they call it hitting a lick, where he trying to catch you sleeping and he gonna creep on up in your house, tiptoeing around, taking your valuables and, a quick hit and run. Nah. Not in today's times. We got these savages, man, that look, I'm gonna be honest with you. The cat burglar, he wanted, what them pirates used to call the loot. They wanted the loot. Well, these new savages, they want the booty. They want to come in. They hopped up on shit. Man, them savages is hopped up on drugs, all kind of sexual stimulants, and they don't want your gold, they want your soul. But they gonna do all kind of strange, weird, bizarre, freaky, things to you. No diddy. Well, yeah, diddy. They want to do some diddy type shit to you. Okay? So you need to be ready. Now, I hear a lot of people, all you need is a shotgun, all you need is a revolver, and those are good those are good selections. A shotgun is utterly excellent home defense weapon if you got the right one. Now, this is just T's opinion. All right? If you get a shotgun, I say get a tactical one that's going to hold more than the average 6 or 7, shells. Me personally, all my shotguns I own 2. And they both is like 14, 15. They fit like 15. And with the, the TS12, the KSG, if you put many shells in there, it's 22. That's a lot of firepower. That's utterly devastating. That would definitely send a funky ass savage to funky town. It's just that simple, okay? But you got people that, hey man, I got my revolver. I got a revolver that the whole, 6 rounds. I'm good. I'm straight T. I got the revolver. You ain't got to worry about it, and you ain't got to worry about it jamming up. I got a revolver. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. If you was in the military and you going to war, hear me out now. Hear me out, y'all. And by the way, this is no dig or jab at anybody that got a revolver or a handgun at that. Because if it was up to me, I use my handgun to get to my rifle. You know what I'm saying? So this is no, if you got anything is better than nothing. But let me get back to my point. If you are in the military and you are going into a theater of war, I'm talking about Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, do you think they're going to drop you off over there in a war zone with a revolver or a handgun, with just a handgun? Do you think they're going to send you over there to Iraq or Afghanistan or, Ukraine with just a handgun? So it's a reason why. It's a reason why you are going over there with a AR-15 pattern gun, a rifle, basically. You know what I'm saying? They got the M4s, fully auto. You dig? So it's a reason why. You ain't gonna go over there. They're not gonna drop you off over there in no Afghanistan with a handgun. You know why? Because they know that the enemy is going to have an AK-47. And AK-47 versus handgun, AK-47 gonna win all day. It's just as simple as that. You're gonna be outgunned. Okay? So you have to apply that same philosophy in your home. Now I get it. Everybody living situations is different. If you're in an apartment, you don't want an AR-15 or AK-47. Just, you don't want to take out your neighbors. I get it. So every situation is different. However, I'm in Detroit. I am right smack in the middle of the war zone. I am in the hood. And just about every home invasion that I see, shit, them savages, man, they deep. They coming in your house deep. And guess what? They are coming in with AR-15s. They coming in with Dracos, with the AK-47s, So why put yourself at a disadvantage with a handgun? Why put yourself at that disadvantage? Say for example, you got your revolver, you got your Glock, because it's Glocktober. You got 8 to 10 savages that's done kicked in your door, and they heavily armed with AR-15s, AK-47s, and you got your handgun. Hell, I'm gonna even say you got a regular, traditional, conventional shotgun that hold maybe 6, 7. What you gonna do when you use that 7th shot? When you exceed and gotta reload, what you gonna do? You think you gonna be able to say time out, and they gonna let you reload? It's just as simple as that. If I'm gonna tell you something, man. If the savages got it, then I gotta have it too. It's just that simple. You got a little 38 snub nose, and you might be able to get some of them. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be ducking and dodging and stuff. Trying to get out the way, because you don't want to get hit with a BB gun. You dig? But all I'm saying is that if your living situation is safe for you to have a rifle of some sort, get that rifle, because the advantages of having that rifle is, I don't give a damn. You got about 10 savages in there where you got an AR that's gonna hold 30 rounds. Or you can get a mag that holds 40 rounds. Or you can get a drum, a mag pool that's going to hold 60 rounds. You know, go to the range and make sure it functions correctly. But it puts you at it evens it out. It's called the equalizer for a reason. And nobody wants to be looking down the barrel of an AR or AK. One more thing. Say you get into a gunfight. Them savages, they got their ARs and stuff, you know, and they ducking and they dodging and they hiding behind the walls in your house. You got that Draco. I'm going to tell you something about that 7.62 by 39, baby. That bad boy is a nasty sucker. That's a 30 caliber. And it's nasty. And when them funky savages try to duck and dodge and they all hiding behind your walls or whatever, guess what? You can pick them off. Because guess what? The 7.62 in this the 5.56, it's gonna go right through that wall and, you know, send them on their way to Funky Town. It's just that simple. You know, you got that little 38 right there. It's a chance it can penetrate that wall and defeat the wall, the barrier, and go through it too. But come on, man. Ain't no comparison with a 7.62 or a 5.56 or 2.23. Ain't no comparison. Long as you got you some ear pros, you can remember. See, me personally, I have electronic ear pros. You know, everybody's like, man, get you a suppressor, brother. Get you a suppressor. The suppressor gonna make the gun much more quieter. It gives you a advantage. Bullshit. Because I'm gonna tell you, I guarantee you, 99.9%. When them savages breach your home, they're not gonna have suppressors on they guns. They're not. So you damned if you do and damned if you don't. To defeat that situation, you gotta train and you gotta know what to do in a heartbeat's notice. You keep you a pair of electronic ear pros right next to your nightstand, right next to your rifle. And you throw them suckers on, turn them on, throw them on, and where it gives you the advantage is that ear pros, the electronic ones, I stress, you got to get the electronic ones because they have noise sensors on them and microphones that pick up the slightest, it magnifies, amplifies your hearing. You can hear somebody, you know, they could be in your basement. You can hear them all the way upstairs in your upper level because it just picks up sound. But when something go bang, it mutes it and protects your ears. But in the meantime, it's going to pick up sound. That's what's so good and awesome about having electronic ear pros. You throw your ear pros on, your ears is going to be protected. And you can hear the enemy, the savage. So that's my recommendation, man. You know, I know I'm going to get a lot of people in the comment, oh, all you need, you know, and I'm not, trust me, T never craps on nobody gun. You know, I don't care if it's a high point, at least it will give you a 50-50 chance of being able to fight back. Anything, like I said earlier, Gunfreak Nation, any gun is better than no gun. And a lot of people don't have nothing. All they got to call on is 911 or call on Jesus. And when Jesus answers, he's going to be like, well, I gave you wisdom enough, son, to go out and get you an AR-15 to send them demonic savages to Funky Town. You understand? So you don't never want to be in a situation where you are at a disadvantage. You don't never want to put yourself in a situation where you got to make every shot count. Because if it's a gun battle and you miss and you only got a revolver that only hold, 6 or 7 rounds and you missing some of them, then you in trouble. Anytime when you in a situation and you got to reload, you already in trouble. They trying to really take you out. You never want to be in a situation where you got to reload your gun. That means that they are determined to take you out. So I want to be in the most, I want to have the most advantage, not a disadvantage. I want to have the advantage. And the advantage that you have is that you in your own home. So you know the layout. But, if you in an apartment, then, I still say it is ammo out there, like hollow points for your AR, like 5.56 or 7.62. It is hollow points. It may be more on the pricier side, but they got the type of ammunition that fragments. It don't matter how soft the target is, it's gonna hit it and it's gonna fragment and break apart, and therefore you don't have to worry about somebody innocent getting hit, because if it hit that drywall, it's going to break apart anyway. It's called fragile ammo. It's very expensive, but it do exist. See, I can't speak on nobody else's situation. I living situation. You have to, at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you, because when those bullets leave out that barrel, you are responsible for each and every one of them. But, it's a shame, because you got these savages that come in. They don't have to deal with the legal aftermath. They don't care where their, bullets land. They don't care. They're criminals. They're savages. But you, on the other hand, you do. Because you do hit somebody innocent, God forbid, then you're gonna go to jail, and you're gonna have to hire lawyers, and it's gonna be civil suits. I guarantee you that. So you have to be very, very careful. It's just that in my living situation, I don't have neighbors on neither side of me, and I make sure that my rapping platforms that I have, they got fragile ammo in them, all hollow points, But I just feel like you need some high power, like high capacity rounds, because you never want to be put in a situation where you at a disadvantage. And I'm not saying a handgun will not get the job done, but if you have several savages heavily armed with AR-15s, Glocks with the extendos and switches on them, and you're going to be severely put in a disadvantaged situation. And what's going to get you out of that situation, in my opinion, is getting an AR pistol or an AK pistol, a Z-Pap, a Draco, an AR-15 pistol, and keep your mags loaded and just, bang it out. Because we dealing with savages, man. People that got the shotguns. I got a KSG. Some people, when they hear that right there, when they gonna run. You bet your life on that? You bet your life just because you racking a gun that's gonna make them run? What if they, all doped up and amped up and just determined to get you and they willing to bang it out with you? That's something you got to be ready. You have to be ready at all times, Gun Freak Nation. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents. I love you, Gun Freak Nation. If y'all disagree, hey, leave it in the comments. Hit that like button. hit that subscribe button. You know, if you disagree, like I say, this is just my opinion, and this is my living situation, my home situation. Everybody else's is different and, you know, unique. So, you know, if you're in an apartment building and all you have is your handgun, hey man, I salute you. At least you got something to get them off of you. Because like I said, nobody wants to be shot with a BB gun, let alone a real gun. But like I say, if you was going into the war zone, they're not going to drop you off with a revolver or a handgun. You're going to have that rifle, you know? You're going to have that rifle for sure because it gives you an equal fighting chance. They're not going to be at a disadvantage. It's just that simple. You got a lot of people going around talking about you don't need no AR-15 because that's a weapon of war. Well, guess what? When you got multiple intruders, you know, intruding on you, invading your home in a violent way, heavily armed, then yes, it's a battle. It's a war zone. Trust me, you know. So, you know, don't pay those people no attention, man. They really don't. They ignorant. They naive. You know, you definitely need some type of heavy firepower. But anyway, Gunfreak Nation, I would love to hear y'all opinions. I love y'all. Y'all stay armed. Stay responsible with your firearms. Stay righteous. And be ready to send those savages to Funky Town. Salute.